So I've just posted on Instagram that I've got the last of the three conditions that I was born with. I was born with pulmonary stenosis, transposition of the great arteries, and VSDs, which are ventricular septal defect, which is like a hole in the wall in the heart. And there's a Instagram account called Save the Heartbeat that does CHD Spotlight. So they give you little facts and information about the different types of CHD, because some people are born with just one and some have a couple of different ones, and I find them really interesting. They're really helpful, and I'm sure that for like new parents they're absolutely brilliant. So with these CHD spotlights, they tell you sort of how common it is and things like that. And as an adult who was born with these conditions, you'd think that I would know about stuff like this, but I actually didn't. And the last one has come out tonight that they've done, which is pulmonary stenosis, and I'm actually really shocked, because when I've gone and actually read through it, pulmonary stenosis is something that occurs in, I think it's 1 in 10,000. I'm just going to try and find it on the thing. So it says 8 out of every 10,000 births, which is to me really shocking. It's obviously really common, but I didn't realise it was that uncommon. And when I say I think it's more common, obviously CHD is 1 in every 100 births is children are born with CHD, but there's 4 different types of CHD that you can have, and I had 3 different ones. So I'm just looking at it, on my in iPad. So what's shocking to me is that 2 of the ones that I had are the rarest. So transposition of the great arteries and pulmonary stenosis are really rare. They're both like 2 to 5 out of every 10,000 births has transposition of the great arteries, and 8 out of every 10,000 has pulmonary stenosis. So the most common one that I had is ventricular septal defect, which I'll show you on here. You can't really read it, sorry, it's not a very good thing. Is 2 to 5 out of every 1,000 births have some form of septal defect, and they can be they're easier to correct, but obviously they are still a form of CHD, and I just find it quite amazing, really, that I did read that with transposition of the great arteries, if you don't have VSDs, then you've got there's a very high mortality rate. So it's just kind of weird how they kind of work together to keep you alive, which is just strange. But so I just kind of feel like that's a bit of knowledge that I've gained today, so always learning, despite the fact that I'm 37 and have had this for 37 years. I still don't fully understand it, which I think is probably the issue for many people, considering that I'm a patient and I don't really know the details of the condition. You can't really blame people who aren't patients and who don't know. So just needs to be more awareness. But I do love these CHD Spotlight things. I think they're brilliant because they're a real just fact-based information that you can sort of send out. So well done, Save the Heartbeat.